Annuities. Annuities are interest accounts where you deposit so much money every certain length or a certain time period. Like for example, for a college fund, you may deposit $200 every month into your child's college fund for 18 years. And at the end of the year, at the end of 18 years, you'll have all those deposits and plus the interest earned on those deposits. Well, that's what an annuity is. With this video, we're going to show how to use a table. And this is the table we're going to use to find an annuity amount, a future value of an ordinary annuity. So to use this table, you want to find the periods, which just means you multiply the number of compounding periods in a year by the number of years. And if you want a little formula, it's going to be n times t. If you ever seen anything like that, n is the number of compounding periods and t is the time in years. To find the rate per period, you divide the interest rate by the number of compounding periods in a year. If you want a little formula, you can use the r divided by n. R is the interest rate as a decimal, and then n is the number of compounding periods. For example, if it's monthly, n will be 12. It's 12 months in a year. Now you probably won't convert the rate to a decimal because in your table it stays percent, so that's what we're going to do, just keep as a percent. And to find the future value, we're just going to find the table value where these two intersect and multiply it by the given number of deposits, or the payment in this case. So let's just look at an example. We want to find the future value of an ordinary annuity if $50 is deposited quarterly. So that means that it's 4 times in a year for 7 years in a savings account at 8% interest. So what we want to do first, if you look at the table, we have our periods and our rate per period. There's two things we got to find. So the number of periods in the life of the annuity is 4 times in a year. That's where the quarterly comes from. 4 quarters in a dollar, 4 quarters in a year for 7 years. So that means there's a total of 28 deposits being made, if you want to think of it like that. And then the rate per period, we're just going to take the interest rate, which is 8%, that's the annual. But that's going to be like broken up into 4 times a year, so we divide that by 4. We get 2%. That's actually the interest rate per period. So what we're going to do is go to the periods and find the 28, and then the percent, which is 2. And now what we're going to do is find where the 2 merge together. And that's right there at that place. I need to erase that because I need to see that. But once again, you're going to go down, you're going to go over, and then meet at 37.051. And that's what we're going to use. 37.051. Now to find the future value, we call it FV. We're just going to take the 37.051 and we're going to times it by 15 because that's the number of deposits, or that's the actual deposit that's being made. So we're going to take out our, and we're just going to use a little scientific calculator. Take 37.01, or 051 I should say, 051, and times that by 50. We get 1852. $55. And that's all you're doing. If you know how to read the table, that's probably the most important thing, maybe the most difficult thing. But make sure that you know how to find this information. Quarterly will be 4, monthly is 12, semi-annually is twice a year. Those kind of numbers, well, hopefully you know most of those, or they may make sense.